Hi, welcome to my second tutorial. Here we're going to be making a simple reload function using blueprints. Okay, so once it's loading up, as you can see it's actually still loading, it's loading the assets. Once it's loaded up you'll get this familiar template. There's our first person character and this is just the level. Okay, so we don't really need to mess about with the level at all. Instead we're just going to go straight into the blueprints and creating the reload function. So just go to first person BP folder, blueprints, and then first person character, and double left click to open it. Okay, so we're not really going to be messing with any of this. This is the movement input, we don't really need that. And for the most part we are going to be leaving this alone. There's just actually a few little things we need to add in. But to start off we're going to go over here to variables and create a new one. And I'm going to call this one total ammo. As you can see, it's already created the variable type boolean, which is not what we want. We want an integer, so it's whole numbers. And then I'm going to compile that. So I can set its default value, and I'm going to use 240, just for the generic gun. Okay, if you're doing different types of weapons, different types of classes and all that, you'd probably want to call the value of that weapon class for the total ammo, but as I'm just doing this a generic one for the little gun you get here, I'm just setting it. And then we're going to need another variable. As you can see, it creates it as an integer variable as we last created an integer. And I'll call this equipped ammo. And that's the ammo in the current magazine. And we're going to have this a default value of 30. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this down and up to get some space. Move that right a bit. Now we're going to right click and we want to branch. Set that to true. Oh, that's spawned a comment, not what I want. And then you want to Control C and Control V the branch. Have that set true. Okay. Now for the condition of the branch, we're going to want to get our equipped ammo. So drag and drop and then click get. And then we're going to go integer is greater than or equal to. Pop this into the top. Put 1 into the bottom. Put that as the condition. Just Control C and Control V this. Have it for the same value down here. Okay, if you're not making a mobile or anything where touch screen is used, you can actually just kind of ignore this bit and just use the top one. I'm just putting it in there for fullness in case you are using that. So what this is going to do is it's going to, when the user tries to fire the weapon, it's going to check if they have equipped ammo, if they have at least 1 round, and if they do, they can fire the weapon. If they don't, nothing happens. And then once it's been fired, we want to drag and drop equipped ammo and then click set. And then we're going to want to right click, type in integer, get the minus integer, pop that into there, get equipped ammo again, put that in the top one and -1. So every time it fires, you minus an equipped ammo, as it's 1 less round in the magazine. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do after we've got this basic set up is we're going to actually create the HUD. So just go back to Viewport on this tab here, go back to your blueprints folder, right click, user interface, and widget blueprint. I'm just going to call this reload widget, or ammo widget if you wanted. Double left click to open it up. Now again, this is your HUD viewport. So this is in a 16:9 aspect ratio like most monitors are, so it's pretty standard setup. I believe if you need it for different screens you'd have to create an individual one, but that doesn't really matter to us. So just going to go through here, go through panel and then horizontal box, spread this out a bit, go back to common, get text, put it down there. I'm going to name this text equipped, set its text to 0, 0, and then I'm going to get a new text, drag and drop into that same horizontal box, call it text slash, text f slash I'll call it, because it's just text is just going to be a /, and then we're going to get one more which we're going to call text total, and I'm going to set that to 0, 0, 0, and there we go. Just going to move it a bit. Okay. Now we're going to set up the actual ammo so it displays the ammo. So I'm just going to left click on this one, the text equipped, and where it says text I'm actually going to go to the drop down menu and click to create binding. Okay, to get back to the designer, just go up to the top here and click designer. I actually only inputted the 0, 0s into there just to get a feeling for the size of the text in the box. So back in the graph editor, we want to move this across. Okay, what we're going to want to do is right click and type in get player character. So what this does is it just gets the character that the player is playing as, and we're going to cast to first person character or third person character using the third person, and so on and so forth. This is just the class of the character the users are actually using for their character. Sorry, that's a character's class basically. So we need to get that called. So what this does is it finds the player's character, goes to the class, and this way when we drag off as first person character we can get our equipped ammo. We can get variables from it, and then just take this end, put it in there. This is just actually converting it to a text value, and then that's done. Go to the next one. It's kind of the same deal. Go to text, bind, and create binding. You can actually go to text equipped in this little tab here, and just gonna click those two, Control C, come back into here, paste them in with Control V, line them up, and then as first person character, instead of getting our equipped ammo, we want our total ammo. So the total ammo we have remaining, and we're going to compile that. Next, go to the first person game mode in the example map tab back in the blueprints folder. Just ignore this and click open full blueprint editor. Okay, and in here we want to right click and do event begin play, so that when the game starts you want to create a widget, right clicking and typing that in. Your class wants to be the one you've named, so reload widget, and then take off context sensitive and then add to viewport. Return value should connect to the target, so actually targets the widget. Compile this, hit play. As you can see, it's in the bottom right hand corner. Now when we fire, you can see the equipped ammo goes down. And if you just let me waste some ammo so I can show you what happens when we run out of ammo. Okay, as you can see we have one ammo left now, so if we fire that and then try and fire again, we can't. So now we have that working, we need to create the actual reload function. Now, as it's a first-person shooter, most of them have the same controls, so I'm just going to use R. So just right-click and type in the key you want to use. I'm going to use R, like I said. I'm going to put this down here, but I'm also actually going to press C. This generates a comment. I'm going to call it reload. Bring this up a bit. And everything contained in this nice little comment. Now, we're going to want to branch straight away, because we want to check if they've actually wasted any ammo, because if they have full ammo, there's no point in reloading. So we're going to get our equipped ammo. We're going to do integer is less than, so it's this one. It's less than integer. Connect those up, and I'm going to put 30 in the bottom one, or whatever your magazine size is. And again, if you're using a different class, you'd want to get that value and put it in there. If false, nothing happens. If true, then we want to get another branch, because we're going to now say that okay, they want to reload, but do we have any ammo left to reload? So we're going to get our integer is greater than, connect the total ammo to the top one, leave that as 0 and connect up. So now what's happening is when you're pressing R, it's going to say okay, do they need to reload? Is the equipped ammo less than 30? If it is, then do we have any ammo to reload with? If not, then do nothing. If we do, then we need to set our ammo. So we're going to bring in set total ammo and set equipped ammo. Leave some space, connect them up. Okay. So now we need to actually get the reloading working. So first we want an integer minus an integer. And we're going to get our equipped ammo. Do 30 minus the equipped integer. So what we're checking here is how much ammo has actually been depleted. So we're going to minus the magazine size. So again, if you're using a different class, get that value. We're going to get the magazine size and minus the remaining amount of ammo left, because that will leave us with the ammo spent. So we need to get our total ammo and get another integer minus integer. So I'm just going to copy and paste this one, put total ammo on the top one and the return value into the bottom one. And then we're going to want to set our total ammo equal to whatever that is. So this goes okay. 30 minus however much they have left, so let's say 29, means they've spent 1 ammo. So we need to get 1 round from the total ammo to reload with, so just set that to total ammo minus 1. Okay. Now to set our equipped ammo, because it's not always going to be full when they start running out of ammo, we're going to want to get our equipped ammo. We're going to want to do integer, add integer. We actually want this value here. So to keep everything clean, I'm just going to copy and paste these. Or you could just hook it up from there, it doesn't really matter either way. And then set the equipped ammo equal to that. Okay. So now we're going to compile and play. And now you see when you reload, it fills up and decreases the total ammo remaining. And just to show what happens when you run to real low ammo, I'm going to say we're going to put this down to 50. And fire away. Okay, 30 at 28. As you can see, this will keep reloading until we have no more total ammo. there you go. So as you can see there, it actually went to -1. So to change that, we just need to do a simple branch statement. And we're going to do an integer is greater than. Okay, I'm going to check if total ammo is greater than 0, then just do that. Otherwise, set total ammo to 0 before doing the equipped ammo. So we'll just take this back down a bit more. See? Now no matter what, it just jumps to 0 in that case. Okay, so that was a very simple reload function. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then just give it a thumbs down. If you'd like to see more, press the subscribe button. And if you have any other feelings or any advice or questions, just leave it in the comments down below. Thank you. Bye.